Let's go.
Welcome everyone to another. I completely
Oh
lost
shit.
it.
Yeah. No worry. Take,
Dramatic,
take three.
Ekta Kapoor cuts.
What? What?
He got
What?
it wrong. He got it wrong. Welcome everyone to another episode of Nerdistan, a podcast where we celebrate being weird and being nerds. I'm your host, like always, Manoj Matthew. And joining me today is my very good friend who's absolutely hyped after watching the series finale of WandaVision, Jay Nair.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I'm so glad that I decided to watch this at one go, especially the
Hmm.
last four episode. Yeah,
No,
I'm
Jay is
so
also a true
happy that I
Marvel
made.
fan. Jay is also a
Yeah, yeah,
true
you can,
Marvel fan.
dude. You can
He
say
has.
whatever you want to say, but I'm wearing the MCU watch more than a fan, and you're wearing the normal T-shirt. So just shut up, okay?
Jay is not a true Marvel fan. He binge watched the whole thing. He didn't watch it weekly. He didn't like follow all the fan theories. So
Nah.
But anyway, we're
Uh,
very grateful for everyone who has tuned in to this episode. If you do enjoy this episode, be sure to like this to and share it out there and subscribe. It just occurred to me that you wouldn't know if you like this without like listening to us fully. So leave
True.
that.
You.
Give us
What if the viewers got mesmerized by our way of talking and like they forgot to like and
mesmerizing.
yeah, yeah, that's why that's why I bring that word.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah, it's
No, but if you tuned in for this episode, maybe give us 5 to 10 minutes. Give this a bit of a listen, and if you enjoy it,
yeah,
maybe listen to the whole episode and maybe hit that like
yeah,
button and maybe subscribe to the channel.
yeah,
So today's episode
yeah.
we'll be discussing about WandaVision. We'll be talking about the series finale. It's probably a series finale, right? I don't think we'll be getting another season of this. Most
No, no,
probably
no.
not. Yeah. So
Most
we'll
probably not.
be
Yeah.
discussing the series finale. We'll be discussing the episodes. Just WandaVision special, if you will. Like, we're just going to be talking about WandaVision. We are going to be skipping over the our very favorite segment, things trending in Twitter this week.
Yeah.
The main reason is because I didn't look at anything, and we are recording this. No, we are recording this episode very early
Yeah.
because of some personal inconveniences that are existing in our
Mm,
schedules today. So, but we're still getting this podcast episode out because we're true
yeah.
professionals.
True. Very
True
true. True.
professionals. True
True.
professionals. Oh wait, I think I didn't record shit.
No, 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 it's recording. I just saw like just before we started talking, I saw on the left one. Is it recording? Like this
Yeah.
better be recording.
I also like if you think like my appearance looks a little bit more off-putting than usual, I do have a small bump in my eye, so like if you feel it a little off-putting,
What?
I do
What?
apologize for that.
Are you kidding me,
Again,
Manoj? You no 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 no. You lit I'm going to tell the viewers like he literally spent the first 10 minutes of this like before setup, before
Hmm.
going live. That bro, is it not visible? Like now is it not? He changed the curtain so that the light
Yeah.
won't reflect in this
No,
direction
no,
and
I
he just
changed the
asks me
curtains.
constantly.
I
Yeah.
changed the curtains to represent Scarlet Witch's, that the red aura
Red,
of
yeah,
the
you
red
yeah,
aura.
yeah,
That's
of course, of
that's the
course.
main reason. But anyway, like I do have a small bump in my eye, so just don't look at it. Just look at Jay today. That'll be better.
What? No, dude,
A
no,
handsome man, Jay.
bad idea.
but
Bad idea.
but anyway, like I guess we'll just jump into the topic today.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm,
so we'll do a non-spoilery maybe because that's been a tradition
hmm.
for the show, and the only other reason is that we like I do like I know I know there are people that are just waiting to hear our non-spoilery
Us,
thoughts
yeah. But
before making the decision of watching the show. Like that's how important we are. We are more important than those critics and Rotten Tomatoes. Like what ratings they
yeah.
give, no one cares. People want to hear our thoughts. I'm just kidding, but just to keep
People
up with the
want to know
tradition,
if it's Nerdistan certified or not.
yeah, Nerdistan certified or not. Nerdistan,
Yeah.
Nerdistan approved. Nerdistan approved or
Nerdistan
not.
approved. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
Jay, that's the only thing I want actually. Would you
yeah.
approve this show? Like, would
Yeah,
you
yeah,
recommend this show?
definitely.
Like, so without any
Definitely, dude.
spoilers,
No, no,
definitely go watch
nothing,
the
nothing.
show.
Dude, like, yeah, before like revealing my thoughts, I just want to make a prediction for the future that what could happen in the future. First, Elizabeth Olsen is going to get an Emmy.
Hmm.
and every possible award she's
Yeah,
nominated
she
for
might
the best
not get the
actress.
Emmy, but she'll
No, no,
get the. No, no.
she have to,
Even if she doesn't get, she'll get the Nerdistan
hmm.
Podcast Awards
Yeah, she
introducing from
will, she has
2022.
to, dude. Like it's, if she doesn't get it, dude, I don't know, like,
But
dude, the
bro,
world
like
won't.
let's be serious here. The
Hmm.
Emmy would mean nothing. Like once the Nerdistan Podcast
Yeah, true nerd.
Awards
Yeah,
get
exactly. Yeah,
launched, people would not
but
care about it.
yeah, true, true.
They would give more
But
value to this channel, which has 255 subscribers, which has been stuck at 255 subscribers for the last 1 week.
I guess that's a maximum amount of
Yeah,
account we can make
we
ourselves.
reached maturity. But go ahead, man, with the
Yeah.
non-spoilery
So
thoughts. Like now, just like
first, like Elizabeth Olsen is going to get all the possible
mhm.
award for best actress. Second, dude, MCU is going to be the greatest cinematic universe for the eternity of this constant living world, in this solar system ever. Dude, I just, the way they decided to went with this show, I can't believe they go like they went in that direction. And dude, the depth, oh, I can't look before, like, I have to spoil certain things, but I won't, I
No, no,
won't
no, don't do it
say.
here.
No, no, I won't. Don't worry, don't worry. I can control for a couple of minutes. So yeah, dude, it's amazing show. It's like everything I loved about Marvel with a more human and beautiful and like never expected way they went like that.
True,
I
true.
can't like, it's amazing how they,
It's a human beautiful story that's been
yeah,
like there's a lot of other stuff going on, but the core
true.
at its core, it's a human beautiful story, which I really
And
like
like
a lot.
the fact that they managed to pull it off in just 6 episodes, dude,
Hmm.
I literally, I don't think I've ever even seen that kind of storytelling like in just six. Like I'm not talking about the first 3 episodes because like it's like more of a like sitcom version.
Yeah, well, let's not go to
So
that. Like let's not go to the specifics of what
yeah,
people. Let's just go in
and
without like expecting anything.
the fact that they managed to tell us such a powerful and emotional story,
Hmm.
like, and you know what WandaVision did to me, I never thought like I would say this ever, like what Civil War did to me with Iron Man,
Hmm.
WandaVision did to me with Wanda. Like
Hmm.
before this, I was never a fan of like Wanda. I know like I kind of disliked her for most of the parts because the only
No,
reason is
I
that
think
no,
she was
no.
always a character just there.
Yeah,
like Age of Ultron for me, it was not one of my favorite films. So I was just there.
yeah.
It was only in Infinity War when that last whole
Hmm.
thing happened where I actually felt like, damn, that was
Dude,
brutal. Like what happened to her. But
yeah.
that's when my like
exa-
liking for the character started
uh,
from there.
And the main reason why I disliked her now is like because like I have a certain set of favorite characters. Okay.
Hmm.
And like just imagine a brand new character introducing into the like this cinematic universe and this franchise and like getting all the spotlight being the most powerful one. Like
Yeah, but
I was
see,
so, yeah, I was so insecure about my own
like
favorite superhero. Dude,
I
like,
know.
dude, that's not
No,
right.
I know I'm interrupting you again, but it's not just that she
Yeah,
was
yeah,
powerful. She was
yeah,
powerful without any depth before
yeah,
this
yeah.
WandaVision show.
Same,
It
same.
was just like,
Like I
she
could,
is there and she is the most powerful
yeah,
Avenger, apparently. And,
huh,
people, there was nothing backing it up. There was no story where you felt like, oh, this is it. But
exactly.
that all changed here. Like, that all changed
True,
here. Like,
totally, totally, dude. I am ready for Marvel to wreck me again in the next 10 years. Like I know, like just before a couple of months, I was like in this MCU fatigue stage. Like I was like being, oh, what happened in Endgame. Like man, I still can't get over it. And I was like, okay, I'm done with like I'm not going to
hmm.
obsessing following MCU the future
See,
products,
again,
especially.
not a true MCU fan. See, he itself
Dude,
admitted
no, 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 no.
he left the franchise. See, would a
No,
true fan
I
leave?
did, I didn't. I did.
I'm twisting
Don't
your
do,
own words.
don't nitpicking things, man. Don't do.
But anyway, go ahead, go ahead. Like, but I think it's better maybe we get to a spoilery
Yeah, yeah,
section now. Like,
yeah.
uh, even my thoughts like are similar. Like I only liked like Wanda as a character because of Elizabeth
Hmm.
Olsen because I thought she was really cute and she did the character
Yeah,
really well before this. Before this,
yeah,
but I think in
yeah.
WandaVision, finally she really got to get
Hmm.
to like go deep with the character and really
Hmm.
dive into her story and make her more of a three-dimensional character and make her
Hmm.
a character who you understand her pain and suffering a lot more
Hmm.
than what started with Infinity War. They've really like delved into it. So that's just how
Yeah.
non-spoiler. That's like it's Nerdistan approved. It will be nominated for the Nerdistan Podcast Awards next year.
Yes.
Obviously, like it's
Yeah,
going to be a huge thing. It's going to be a red carpet event.
yeah,
It's
it
going to
will, it will.
Oscars and all. People forget
Arey,
about it.
what was that man? Like I'm forgetting. Like, the Office one. Which award was that?
Dundee,
The Dundies.
Dundee's. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dundies. We are going to give Dundies.
But anyway, like now on to the spoilery talk. So Jay,
Yeah.
like, do you want to speak first about the series finale, or do you want to speak
Yeah.
about the?
No, 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 no. Oh, what I
Let's.
want to speak about,
Yeah, okay, go
I'm
ahead.
going to like
So from
change
here
things.
on, it's
Yeah.
spoilery. So like,
Yeah.
it's just go with what we're saying. The directions.
Everywhere spoiler. Just like
It's going to be
spoiler,
very
spoiler, spoiler.
random. It's going to
Yeah,
be like
exactly.
randomly. We'll be like, oh, remember that?
Dude, this, yeah, just like it's
Yeah,
going to be
but
like crazy.
yeah,
Dude,
go ahead, go ahead.
I want to change. I want to change. Like, not going to start to end. I will
Hmm,
go from the very end. Like,
yeah.
dude, the post
They're
credit scene.
Christopher
Oh,
Nolaning this. We're
yeah,
going to go memento on
dude,
this.
we are tenanting this.
Yeah,
We are
we're turning
tenanting
this.
this.
Go
Dude,
ahead, go
the very last post credit scene of Wanda doing the Doctor Strange thing,
ahead.
like she's there in one room and she like dude the Scarlet Witch. I
True, true,
I
true.
got and dude Paul Bettany, dude, that guy should be hunted and should be given a proper. He said that there will be a cameo. I waited till the very last
He
moment that
he
Doctor
meant
Strange will just appear.
himself. He meant
Yeah,
himself, the white vision thing. So that's what he
of
meant. He
course,
even
of
clarified in
course.
an interview that he meant himself. Like he never got to do that. Like never got to, like, I think, play a double role maybe. Like I guess that's what he meant.
Now we can actually say that Vision touched himself, and
Yeah.
it will mean both.
No, I like, for me, the white vision part, it was just there. Like
White
even,
Vision,
yeah, in Wikipedia it's referred to as the
WandaVision,
white
White
vision.
Vision.
It's referred to as a
Yeah,
white vision in Wikipedia because either is it like a character from Marvel or something, like is there a
yeah,
different name, but people are referring to it as the white vision. So I guess that's it. Like even
yeah.
like in episode 8, like episode 8 for me was my favorite episode, like across all the 9 episodes, and I
Yeah,
even made
for
a
me too,
video
for
about
me
it.
too.
I even made a
Yeah,
video about it. Be
whoa.
sure to check it out. It only has 40 views, so please show some
But
compassion, some
but
sympathy.
bro, there are three new comments. Like that never happens.
No,
Like
that's
even in the
because
videos we have.
I shared it with specific people, so they were like kind enough to comment.
What man? I thought they were new. Yeah, come on, you
No, they
ruined
are
it,
new. They
man.
are new. They are new. They are new. But
Hmm.
like I shared in some groups, and I
You
got
shouldn't have
responses there.
tell me that, man.
And
You just kept it with yourself. I was
no,
so
but
happy that oh my
I
god.
like, getting back to like, throwing aside all of her like own channel stuff, which no one cares about. I For me, episode 8 was my favorite, and the White Vision thing. While many people were very excited about this, I was just
Why?
like, okay, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, they did it because for me that didn't really matter. Throughout the
Hmm.
show, the all the magic stuff, the whatever the FBI was trying to do, like infiltrating, that
Hmm.
all didn't matter. For me, it was Wanda's story that was the most appealing part of the entire show. Her sacrifices, her choices that she makes, and like just the story of like her powers going out of control, and then she's still choosing to do the right thing in the end. Like she's still like in episode 8 we got a very good, sorry about that. We got a very good,
Assignment notification.
yeah, professional podcast. That is
Professional
Nerdistan podcast.
podcast.
Like professional podcast, Nerdistan podcast. It's like a
That is
tobacco ad.
dude, that's such a catchy line.
But I'll just say that, like just that story of her sacrifices, like which we saw in episode 8, and where she really became this human character, her love for sitcoms that she sort of put
True.
out just to cancel out all of her feelings. And that was what the show was throughout. Like in episode 8, you get all those revelations. And for me, that was my favorite, but that episode is what made the show go from, yeah, it's okay, it's fun, to being, damn, this is really good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, same, same.
yeah, like go ahead, go ahead. So we'll probably speak about the series finale because we're going from last to first. So
Dude,
series finale, your thoughts?
dude, I just want like it's one thing, if you get emotionally invested with a certain story or certain character, none of it, rest of the thing that fade starts to fade away because you're just looking. Now you just want good things to happen to her, and after episode 8, I was like, holy shit, I don't care if she's gonna cause a genocide, if she's gonna destroy every other reality. I just want her to be happy. Dude,
including
enough is
realities
enough.
which have Iron Man alive.
Yeah,
Just
nice.
context, guys. Jay's a huge Iron Man fan.
Yeah, nice.
He's still upset about Endgame sacrifice. Not
Yeah,
that upset about the story. He understands the story. Like he understands
yeah.
that, but he's just like Iron Man was his favorite character.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so
Dude,
I
and
knew his weakness.
very, very bad, very, very bad. And the thing, every time she was like, dude, it was such a brilliant episode in its way, like on a subtext way as well, because like as Agnes was trying to understand what led to her being so powerful, and like how she became so powerful, the audience was actually going inside her, like her memories and like the past. Like we,
Hmm.
as the episode was going on, the we were also going in Wanda's mind, like
Yeah. So
what's
just
been.
I'm just like interrupting you in a very small way. We'll be speaking about episode seven, sorry, episode eight and nine, because in a way that makes sense because that was
Yeah,
that was like a full story like ending. Like
yeah,
it's like a two-parter series finale for me. Like
true.
because both had
Uh,
to like be there. So like anyway,
hmm.
as we said, we are mementoing this and we are making this
Yeah,
up as we go. So
yeah, exactly.
go ahead.
But
Yeah.
the way it was, the revelation it was made, that we are going and we are seeing things. Okay, okay, this happened, this
Hmm.
happened, this happened, and by the end of it, dude, I never felt so many emotions for any other Marvel character except Tony. Like I'm so, I still can't believe that. I think this she is going to be my next Tony. Like I am all in for her, dude. I'm rooting for her. I'm so serious when I said this. I don't even care if they make her dark. I know they won't, like they won't do that. But even if they want to make her dark, and like, dude, and it just remind me of one of those animes. I won't name it, but in the ending, it's like basically a one character. See, everyone is dealing with their own life in their own grief, like whatever it is, and no
Hmm.
one knows what's perfect and like what's happiness. Some people, it's differ from people to people. So there's this one character who wants to cast a spell which will make all the people of the globe live their dream of their best happy moments forever. It's like
Hmm.
you are in
So
the
it's a
hypno.
little bit like Wonder Woman 84, but it's better than that.
Yeah, but on a much larger
Yeah.
scale.
Yeah.
And when they were when Wanda was like, it's episode 7, like when Wanda started to expand the hex,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, dude, will she like take the whole globe? Like even if she does that, I'm all in. You go live your life, girl. You do whatever you want to do as far as you are happy. I don't even care. Like, dude, you go. You have suffered enough. Like I've seen you suffered enough in one
Yeah.
episode only, and you have actually suffered for years and decades. And
Yeah.
when they actually started showing us that, then and dude, Agnes, I just loved when she said, okay, parents dead, brother dead, vision dead. Yeah, that literally sums up everything. And
True,
I was
true,
like,
true.
oh my god, she was so alone. And that's where the quote comes in. Like, it's you know what, I just saw the your video on episode 8, and dude, the first 1 minute of the video montage you put, it was perfect. It was literally
I know.
perfect. What
I'm gonna
could
put
I
it as
have
an
expected?
IGTV reel. Like
Yeah, please do
okay.
that. Actually do that. Because like after episode 8, I was feeling so down and feeling so vulnerable for
Hmm.
Wanda, which
I
never
know.
happened. And
It broke
after
me,
seeing
man.
that,
Episode 8 broke me,
yeah, it
honestly. Like
truly, man. Like even uh, dude, they human like that go. They went 10 steps ahead of Endgame first act, and they
hmm.
humanizes her more than I ever imagined the MCU would do. Because like
Yeah.
many people criticizes that it's like it's an enjoyable movies. They make enjoyable movies, but at the end of the day, you don't carry much
The
of.
consequences. Like the
Yeah,
end point. Like what like the story, like what is like in WandaVision, like everything
Hmm.
like sticks. Like whatever she
Yeah,
did, even in the end, it sticks. And I feel like Marvel has made that shift. Like I think
yeah.
ever since Infinity War, like
Hmm.
Infinity War kind of, and like from there it's when like especially once they understood that okay, now we can close the arcs of this two
Hmm.
of these characters. Like ever since they have made a decision, they've seen moves like this. Like it's not just like one point. Like it's just not a story where nothing actually happens, like a big twist and nothing actually comes forward of that. Like
Hmm.
they're actually making big bold decisions, and the payoff is also there. Like the consequences, the cause and effect is also there. Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
and I think like I was really before WandaVision come releases, I was like really why are they like like series, like why can't make a movie out of it? Now I realize is why like it wouldn't have worked in a one
Hmm.
movie,
Yeah.
like you need a particular a proper 8, 10, 12 episode series to explain all these things. And dude, if that's their first step, like if WandaVision is the first of the many upcoming TV series to be followed. I can't wait, dude. I especially like 2 weeks after Falcon and Winter Soldier is coming in.
Yeah,
That was my most anticipated because of the dude, the action. Just imagine.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know we are
But
supposed to
I
talk
think
about WandaVision.
no, I
Yeah.
think Falcon Minnesota again. You can probably see that being a movie because like it feels like an MCU
Yeah.
movie
Yeah. True. True.
in
True.
like
True.
12. But WandaVision, I think if this was a movie, they wouldn't have been able to do all of what they did
Hmm.
here. Like in movie,
Definitely.
they probably needed all these action set pieces. Like we need to have this, we need to have that. There are all these conditions that is there. Even though like Kevin Feige would be involved, and I'm pretty sure like
Yeah.
he knows
Hmm.
what's like the right thing to do, but still like they'll be bound by all that, like merchandising deals and everything, like who knows.
True. True. True.
But here,
And
like they have the
yeah.
freedom to sort of say their own story in whatever episode count they need, like, and that's just really great.
And I just realized one thing while noticing, dude, by the end of season finale,
Hmm.
she got that Sokovian accent back, and
Yeah,
that showed me she finally accepted the reality what it is, and she's going to be herself. And the
true.
moment she started speaking with the Sokovian accent, I knew, dude, the shit's going to be very real.
Yeah.
And dude, I wish I don't know, like I wish that they add a like Doctor Strange cameo. I want that. I don't know. Just show his cloak, man. I don't want any. I just
I
want
did
it to be
expect
there.
I expected a portal to like start opening and then cut to
Yeah,
credits. Like I expected something like that, but they didn't do that, which is fine.
I
Like I think
even yeah.
like a post credit scene would have been cool, but I like the fact that the focus was still on Wanda. Like even in
Yeah,
the end, the focus was still on
I
Wanda.
mean like that's what post credit means, like linking
Yeah,
to the other thing.
yeah.
And yeah, it's okay. I will be fine with it eventually. But dude, like I even send you a voice message. I just even
I
send
don't think
one
I
of the
heard
voice
that.
message.
I heard that
No,
because I
no,
was still watching.
you know, dude, that was actually when Agnes said that, na, you don't know who you are. You are more powerful than Sorcerer Supreme.
Hmm.
And I lost my fucking mind. I was like, dude, they mentioned Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah,
They mentioned Sorcerer Supreme. Dude, if Doctor Strange isn't there at
yeah.
the end of, so I'm gonna lose my mind. And I was like, okay,
But
okay,
I'm
sure,
glad I
yeah,
didn't hear that because I,
yeah,
I I was taking some medication for my eye that time, so I knew that it'll get a little delayed. Like me watching the episode, like even like there's this other channel that Nona Princess launched called the Indian Geek
Hmm,
Society. They were like reacting to the
hmm,
WandaVision finale, so they called me.
hmm,
So, but I was like, I knew I wouldn't be able to make it because I knew that the
hmm,
time wouldn't match like
yeah,
medication time. So anyway, like, but I think we should probably speak a little bit more about episode 8, like episode 9. Sorry.
yeah. Hmm,
I think we covered episode 8 for the most part. Episode 9, like the special effects, obviously, like it's movie quality. Like we don't have to like give a lot of praises for that. Like obviously the visual effect artist did a great job, but we know that it has a budget backing, it has the time given
yeah.
for that. So again, a good smart decision by Disney Plus to like offer this. So the visuals are
Hmm,
all really spectacular. But
true.
I really like the fact that the ruins thing, like she like puts the symbols on,
Uh,
like even though I was not really into the magic stuff, I really liked that. Like
yeah,
like she kind
dude, the
of used her
aesthetic,
mind.
yeah,
Yeah, she used her mind in the
yeah,
last
yeah.
fight to like
She's
defeat
learning. Yeah,
Agatha Harkness, right? Yeah,
yeah.
like to defeat her, which I really liked, and I think also the last like dialogues between Vision and Wanda with their kids, saying them
Yeah.
like bidding them good night, and
Uh,
even with
uh, uh,
Vision and Wanda, like just a final resolution before like she had that choice, like she had the choice of
yeah.
keeping it all for herself. Like obviously, like Agatha Harkness was actually messing with her, like she was never going to
Hmm.
like help her out in that, like keep
Yeah.
this but
Oh
still like
yeah.
she didn't know it at that point of time. Like, she still could have maybe like, teamed up with her and maybe done something. But the fact that she like chose to like sacrifice the only thing that she had after everything, like the only
Yeah,
like
man.
that really like hit me very badly. And I think emotionally, like it was a very satisfying episode. I thought it gave. I know that I think the showrunner, I think, said that it won't be a very. She said not she or he. I don't know. I don't know who the showrunner is, but I saw like a newspaper article saying not
Hmm.
newspaper article, an article.
Yeah,
It's not
web
a.
article.
It's not an article saying that the fans may not be fully satisfied. They may be disappointed. I think she was referring more to the
Yeah, we
cameo
are,
thing.
but because of yeah,
Yeah, the cameo thing.
exactly.
But in terms of the
Yeah,
story, I was really satisfied. Like in
yeah,
terms of
yeah,
the emotional
definitely,
arc of the
definitely.
story, that I was really satisfied. And I really dug it. Like I think episode the series one was more about that. Like her like finding a way to put down
Yeah.
another Harkness. And I like the fact that it was a mind thing. It was not like
Hmm.
just an action set piece where they were just punching it out. Like they
Yeah.
punch for a bit and then they're friends. Like and then she's defeated. Like it was more of a an emotional. It was more of a
Hmm.
mental kind of thing. And considering
Yeah.
mental health had a very prominent role to play throughout, I like the fact that
True,
she
true,
used her
true.
mind itself to defeat another
Yeah,
Hakusne. And so, but
dude,
yeah,
and that the conversation between both the vision, the white vision, and the
yeah,
like,
yeah,
when they started talking about ship of Theseus, and it went immediately to psychological, that
true,
what is
true,
real
true.
and what is not, and they were starting it to explain if they replace the old part, and the old ones are the memories which
Hmm.
Theseus touched, and like both are real. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, what? Dude, this is literally blowing my mind. What is
I didn't
happening, dude?
see even there they used the mind, like it was not a punch, like they punched a lot, but then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
resolution was still
exactly.
from the mind, which I really
And
liked. Like
dude, I was so happy just to see that, when, because like now Vision will be there,
true, true,
right?
true. A version of the
Vision
vision
is
would be
back.
there.
Yeah,
Like
is
because he
back,
even
and
I think he transferred his
yeah,
memory right to
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
other one,
He actually awakened it more like he
the white
awakened
vision.
the yeah White Vision. That's such a funny name. I don't know why. So they
What
awakened it,
I
and
thought,
then
like there will be like vision, and then tide comes on top, and white vision.
dude, that's a banger. That's a
I
banger
know
idea.
that'll be so,
That's
follow us
a
on Instagram. You might see a couple of reels coming in the next few days about this. Unless someone
yeah.
listens to the podcast and steals the idea, which I would
No,
be
no,
honored.
no
No,
one
I would be
steal from us.
honored if that happens.
Yeah,
That'll be someone actually heard to hear.
yeah. See, seriously, man, that's such a good. Dude, it was an amazing, and especially for
Just
me, like I was, yeah.
no, no, that was like a line which Vision said, which I wrote it
Mhm.
down, but I need to get
Oh,
the phone. So like,
yeah,
just give me a
dude.
second. Professional podcast, like we
Very
take
professional.
stuff like. But yeah, it's this line where he says, I think Vision says that, you're my sadness and my hope.
Hope, yeah.
Like, that was great. And even like before, they don't say goodbye, they say, we'll say hello again. And that just really
So
warmed
long,
my heart.
darling. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Like, even say, we'll say
dude, like
hello again. Like, it's not going to be goodbye.
I,
That
I
was
think the
really
world
nice.
has seen enough of like I am done with like
I don't want to
so
see
like
Scarlet Witch
yeah.
suffer anymore, man. Like, let
Yeah,
her be
no,
whatever
you
it is.
don't, bro. Dude, I don't think anyone can make her suffer now. Dude, she is
Yeah,
on the verge of becoming Scar. And
true.
dude, the moment she got evolved into Scarlet Witch, I
Hmm.
was like, Goddess. I was literally like, I'm gonna devote my soul
Really
to you.
badass suit also. Like, really badass
Yo.
suit. That suit was
and
incredible.
and dude, at the I can't remove that image at the last post credit scene
Hmm.
when she's like on the air and like she's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
mom help me, and I was like,
yeah.
dude, just imagine what will happen. Sorcerer Supreme versus Scarlet Witch,
Yeah.
the multiverse of madness, the good and the evil. I'm imagining this in the Lex Luthor voice, okay, the previous one, the night versus day.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't wait. Yeah, I
Like
can't. It's
I just shook my head because like as much as I like BBS, especially the Ultimate Edition, I'm not a huge fan of
Lex
Lex.
Luthor. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
know.
that's
Yeah.
why I just shook my head. But I just want to say one thing. We talked about the good aspects. We talked a lot about the good aspects for the 8 of 9.
Yeah.
I want to speak about the aspects which I didn't like. And for
Mhm.
me, like one of them was that episode 7, I think, which was the
Okay.
office, the Modern Family
Uh,
office vibe,
yeah,
which
yeah.
I was very excited for. But when I saw the episode,
Excited. True, true.
when I saw
Yeah.
the episode, I just felt like, this is, I feel like the plot is going nowhere. Like
Hmm.
that one episode was the one episode where I felt like, like you felt this in the first few episodes, but I never felt
Hmm.
that initially. But when I
Hmm.
finally gave the episodes and I was like, this is one episode too many of the
Hmm.
sitcom thing that they did. And which, I mean, I'm like, I'm cool with the fact that they try to do a mockumentary kind of thing, but I just felt like nothing happened in that episode. Like Vision was just in a truck with Darcy, they were just going ahead. And I know there were progressions in the storyline, but it felt like
Yeah.
so little, which you like, it felt like a CW kind of thing, where
Huh.
nothing happens in that episode. Like just little bit of story pushing here and there. Like, and in the end,
Hmm.
obviously, like she walks into another Harkness's lair. That was fine. But another thing which
Dude.
I didn't like, like, I know I
Uh,
unfortunately, I just had to get this off my
huh.
chest.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Even Peter's Quicksilver, it nothing. Like honestly, like I wish they didn't even do that.
Dude,
Like it just
I I have the answers for both, and I'm so ready to talk
yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Let's start with the second point itself. Okay,
yeah.
dude, that
By that
actually,
time we'll
dude,
forget the first one.
no, 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 we won't. Dude, that actually felt. Dude, I laughed at that so hysterically. You know why? Because like in today's time when like everyone is so obsessed with
Yeah.
what's going to happen, what will be the future, and there are so many multiple fan theories going on, dude, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. And when they introduce him and I see how dude, how visionary these guys are. They
Hmm.
knew there will happen stuff like that when the House of M, that will X-Men will appear, will Magneto be shown,
Yeah.
whatever, all that.
Even
And
you had
when the
predicted
show,
that. Like
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
we
yeah,
talked
yeah,
about the
of
show
course,
long
of
time back, you had also like said
exactly,
that
exactly.
this would be
And
the like entrance to X-Men and stuff.
entrance to X-Men.
Yeah.
And I was like, when they showed like Quicksilver from X-Men universe, like at
Yeah.
least the like, actor from him, I was
Yeah.
like,
Even Peter.
I lost. Bro, this, okay, okay,
Yeah.
it's happening, guys. Everybody say the fucking car, dude. That was like Michael Scott from The Office. And when in the end they just showed like he's some boner guy, I just laughed. So
Like
it
I
reminded me of the post-credit scene of Spider-Man Homecoming. So patience.
yeah.
They don't do the troll. I love
Yeah,
that. I
like
actually love that.
I agree with that. Like I agree. Like look, I was never like as I said, like for me, WandaVision was a human story that I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
always invested in. Like even I told you, like the multiverse stuff, everything. Like it is
yeah.
exciting, but for me, it's the human story that
True,
I'm like
true.
really invested
Hmm.
in. So even when Peter showed up, I was like, wow, they actually did that. But
Wow.
I was still like, I'm not like I'm okay if nothing comes out of this, and even I
Yeah.
was okay in the end. But I just feel like from a story point of view, it would have made a lot more sense
Yeah.
if it was like Aaron Taylor Johnson, like the MCU Quicksilver.
Huh.
Like I felt like that would have created a more emotional like connection than
Uh,
just having even Peter just come in. I just feel
mhm.
like from a story perspective, it just didn't go anywhere, and it was just there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I know where you're coming from, but it was such, dude, that makes like us viewers involved in that show
Yeah,
from
that's
episode
the that's
5
the
onward. Yeah,
yeah,
because like
that's the
I was literally, because like the first three episode, I don't really have a complaint with the first three episode, except the fact there shouldn't be three episodes particular week on a weekly basis, especially.
hmm.
It's like either it should have all been telecasted at once, like the first two were
I think
telecasted.
I will get to. I'll get. We'll speak about the
Yeah,
first three
we'll talk about,
episodes in the
yeah,
end,
first,
like because
dude.
that's how we were going so far.
Now coming to the first
Yeah.
point. Now coming to the first point that you made, that the episode 7 was lazy.
Hmm.
Dude, you know what? Like, I'm so glad that episode 7 actually happened for two
Okay.
reasons. First, when they went with the
First,
sitcom,
because I don't like my notes. Second,
yeah.
good, good,
Dude, first, okay.
good.
When they went, I told you, like, I told you in the start only that the first three episode was no,
Hmm.
not for me, at least,
For you,
because
yeah,
yeah, yeah, that's why I
yeah,
said not for
yeah,
me, not it.
yeah.
It wasn't for me from the fourth one of episode. But it would be really bad if they like ended this whole sitcom thing just like that. Like
Hmm,
it
hmm.
never happened. It's just for there in the beginning, and now it's like story, story, story. Episode 6 was really cool because they went with the whole the sweet luck of Zach and Cody's.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I love that. The cool uncle, the cool
yeah.
kids they were getting. Dude, it was such a cool. I was really in awe
It
with
was like the
seeing those
80s
kids.
sitcom. Like,
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
know
yeah,
Studio was Akikori was like 2000s,
yeah,
but that was the
yeah.
vibe of the
Yeah,
sitcoms like
exactly.
then. Like,
And when, dude, like when Vision vanished. And Wanda by the end of it was episode 6 where Wanda expanded the hex, or it was
Yeah,
7.
yeah.
It was
Episode
6.
six.
It was
Episode
6.
six. Yeah.
Episode 6. Okay. And in episode 7 they showed like Wanda is done taking shit. Dude, enough. Like, I'm
Hmm.
not doing thing. I just need
Yeah.
a break. I need a think break. I need to detox. Dude,
Hmm.
mommy is resting her eyes. Please
Yeah,
let her do
yeah.
so. And
That was funny.
she was she was talking just like a dude, yeah, what's the psychiatrist? Like, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm
Hmm.
fine. Dude, I
It
can't
had a
imagine
lot
that.
of a Modern Family vibes, especially
And
Claire from Modern Family. It felt a
dude,
lot like her.
and
Like,
dude,
okay,
I remembered Ross. Like, I'm
yeah.
fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. And by the time we were showing this, other things were also happening, and this was actually the right episode for all the other things to converge at a single line, so that the episode 8 will kick off from there. Like,
Hmm.
how they deal with the horizon expanding, how Vision meets what's I forgot her name. Shit. The girl in the ice cream truck.
Oh, Darcy, Darcy.
Darcy. Sorry, Darcy.
Not a true
Yeah,
MCU fan.
dude. Dude, she was so hot. Like, why would I
I know.
remember her name? Like, yeah.
No, what? That's no. That's very like that. No, at Nerdistan Podcast, we don't advocate stuff like this. She's a very good actress,
I'm
even though
just,
like I forgot the actress's name, but like she played Darcy.
of course, movie
At
fanatic.
least I
What is this
remembered.
one?
I remember the character's name, but like her character is a little annoying, so it can get on the nerves
Yeah.
of some people. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
uh, all this thing happening, and they actually like I don't know if they actually meant for that kind of message to go on, but when with like episode 6, the Wanda's reality and the actual reality was starting to merge,
Hmm.
like things are the other people are also getting involved in her reality now. And episode 7 for me was like a subtext of that merging happening between her reality and the world's reality. Like, other characters are also getting a part of that sitcom, and even
Yeah.
Darcy said that I really wanted to be a side character in that show, but man, that sucks. But that was like and even like Monica was also trying to enter into the hex. And what happened,
Yeah.
dude? you know I'm going to say something, and I loved like, I don't really mind any other character except Monica. And I don't mind Monica's character, but the actress portraying her role.
Hmm.
I don't know. She annoyed the hell out of me throughout the whole series. Dude,
But
her
I
acting, I
think
don't know. I
is it
felt
the
like she was
acting or is it
over.
the writing?
Maybe I don't know,
Because
dude.
like
She was
for me,
over trying it. I was when she was even muttering some dialogue. She was like,
yeah.
I don't know, no. You're ruining the mood for
So
me. But
Nerdistan
I could be
Podcast
wrong.
won't be
I
like
could
giving
be wrong.
awards to the actress who played Monica.
Monica.
Obviously, the esteemed
Yeah.
panel of only consisting of Jay didn't like her performance. No, but for me,
And the bottle.
it's interesting you brought up Monica because, like, for
Hmm.
me, like, I think it was episode 4 where they showed
Hmm.
the snap coming back. Like,
Ha, ha, ha.
and in that
Yeah.
episode, I really dug like when they showed the backstory of everything. I
Yeah.
liked her character a lot, but
Hmm.
for me, like even when she was in the sitcom as a side character in the
Yeah.
first few
Yeah.
episodes, I was like, it's like I didn't really feel anything. Like I thought it was just
Hmm.
that time it was just a fun ensemble. We didn't know what was happening.
True.
And
Hmm.
episode like 4, even when they showed the backstory, I was like, this is really cool. And I liked one thing I liked about her character was that she understood what was happening. Like she understood,
Hmm.
she saw the BS of the whole SWOT, whatever
Yeah.
was going on in SWOT facility, and
Sword.
like
Yeah.
she stood up against that. But after that, like even she had some powers. Like in the end,
Yeah.
like when she went, I thought that was very weird. It felt a little bit
Yeah.
like I don't know, like I don't know, like it just didn't really go with it. And that didn't go anywhere. Also, I feel like even in the end, like there
And
was no
it's such,
resolution or
dude,
anything.
to be honest, like, I will say this, that was such a lazy writing,
Hmm.
like, I know that they are going to introduce her as a very I know she is some kind of superhero. I'm forgetting, and like
Yeah.
the some people were talking about her being a some kind of like some kind of
Hmm.
superhero, which will be very,
Yeah.
very relevant in the upcoming
Professional
MCU project.
podcast. We know all the information.
Yeah.
Some hero of the Marvel.
Some and the fact that, dude, like, I'm actually sick of like a some side character trying to make a difference in the world. I don't mind Jimmy Woo.
Hmm.
I really adore
Jimmy
him.
was
I even
awesome.
awesome. I even like how Darcy was even good for a change. Like
Hmm.
enough with this, like dude, everyone is going to save the world. Everyone is trying to be a hero. Like I can save
Yeah,
Wanda.
but
I
for
know
me,
what she's.
Monica's thing happened only like in when she got the powers and it became
Yeah,
a little bit weird. Like see, that's one fault of the show. I feel like towards the end they didn't know what to do with some of the characters. Like Darcy was just there
maybe.
for
Yeah.
one shot. Darcy was just there for one shot. Like they were
I
like,
will
oh,
see you there then.
she's still there in the series. Okay, and even Monica like that weird whole bullet thing, which I feel
I
like the kid should have been able to like move away. Although we know
true.
Quicksilver and bullets are not a good match, like
Uh,
from the past. So for a second I was like, oh my god, is this
man,
how the kids are going to die? But thankfully they didn't go to that
no,
way. But
no.
like Monica's character, like the actress for me, like was fine. Like I didn't feel
Hmm,
anything much, but
hmm,
it got irritating for me towards the end when they gave her powers and when the character
yeah.
became like irritating to me. Like that's like one thing. Like,
I really wish that I would have seen the boner guy more. That he was funny, man.
see, even
I really,
that scene, like he had
yeah,
super speed, right? How did
yeah.
like she like get on top of him like so
Yeah,
easily?
that's
Like,
lazy
yeah,
writing. That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
as you just said, like they don't even know what to do. Okay, let's just let her go now. Like
Yeah,
the finale is
it's
approaching. Let her
like
go,
these are
please.
my things that like Evan Peters is Quicksilver, and for
Yeah.
me like Monica's like that these were my two like main grievances of the show. Like even Monica's character, like for me, like I didn't have such an adverse reaction to the actors or to the acting. It was for me like
Huh.
the resolution, like the resolution.
Hmm.
Even Jimmy, who I thought got a decent resolution, but like Darcy and Monica, like the way the characters it's. I know it's not exactly an ensemble. Like it's basically about
Yeah.
Wanda, and I'm glad that
Hmm.
they focused on that. But I feel like the supporting guy, like if you look at Jimmy Woo, like in the end, like you see like he is in the position of power. Like it's implied to be that like he's in the position of power and he's like taking care of the thing. So that felt like the right the right end, at least in this
Hmm.
series for that character. But
Yeah.
for some of the other supporting characters, I was not really like happy with the way with the story in that point of
Yeah.
view.
And who was that Cliff guy he called to be within an hour? Who was he?
That was this Priyanka Chopra from Quantico.
Of course, I should have known you would say this after when they
I
mentioned
never
Quantico.
watched. I know. I have never
I
watched
got this. I
Quantico,
was
but
like, yeah, Quantico. Okay, that what
yeah,
reminded of
it's
something.
I know like it's an FBI thing, but I know like whenever I see Quantico because it was like I
Yeah,
think Priyanka Chopra's like first entry
yeah.
into like
She's the lead. She's the
yeah,
lead.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was her first
Hollywood,
like
yeah,
I think Hollywood
Hollywood
sort of
entrance.
thing.
Yeah,
So like for Indians like Quantico always like we always think of Priyanka Chopra
yeah.
first, but
Quantico
it's
will be Priyanka Chopra.
yeah, even though I've never watched any episode.
Yeah,
I think I watched
me.
the first. I think I watched the first episode because I think it was
Okay.
they used to shoot in Star World like that season, just the
Ha ha
first,
ha ha.
and it was fine. That first episode was fine, but that was like a. I think that was like one of those CSI like it keeps like 23 episodes and it's a long
Yeah, man. Like
investment, so that's why I never got into it. Like, why are
I
we
would
talking about
rather
Quantico?
watch The Office and Friends again
Yeah,
than like
but
delving into some of
why
these
are we
others.
talking about Quantico? Like,
Why not? It's
but
Nerdistan Podcast.
I think we talked to the positives. We talked about
Yeah.
like the few negatives we had of the show. Now I just
Hmm.
want to cover I think I just want to cover the first three episodes now because we were going
Hmm.
from there and just
Yeah.
give my point of view and then we know that you hated it.
Yeah.
But anyway, like
No, hate is a strong word, man. Hate is a strong
no,
word.
but
I
I'll
won't
just say
use it.
this. The first three episodes, like for me, I watched it on a week. I watched it
Hmm.
all together. So you
Okay.
watched it weekly. I
Yeah.
watched it all together. So it was only
Hmm.
after the three episodes I started watching it on a weekly basis.
Hmm.
I was actually busy the like first few weeks. That's why, not
Hmm.
because I'm a
I
true
know. I know.
Marvel. I'm actually a true DC fan, but still, like let's just leave it at that. But I was going to say true Marvel fan, but I couldn't say that because
Yeah. I know. Your
every
soul
boy.
wouldn't allow it. Yeah.
Yeah. But, so not that I have anything against Marvel. Okay, I just grew up with these
Hmm.
characters, so that's
Yeah.
that. But anyway, like
Same for me.
yeah. So the first three episodes, I really enjoyed it because I'm someone who absolutely loves sitcoms. Like I have this like I absolutely love it. Like for some reason, like for me, it's an escape to the world. So that's why, like, even in episode 8, when Wanda's connect to the sitcoms and when they showed it as the escape for her, like, like
Hmm.
she
Yeah.
used to watch it like to get away from her sufferings. And like that's what she projected on. Like the sitcoms is the thing that she projected on. Like so immediately in the first three episodes, we kind of got hints that something's up, something's going on, and
Yeah.
I liked the slow burn like initially. Like I know I
Mm,
said episode seven, like I had a problem with that, but then Jay,
mm, mm.
you also explained like they had to do it like organically. That made sense, and even in
Yeah, it was
hindsight,
the next step.
yeah,
Yeah.
even in
Yeah.
hindsight, when you finish the season, you look back at it, it seemed fine. But for me, like
Yeah.
when I watched an episode immediately,
True.
like I didn't like it that much. But like
Mm,
the first three episodes for me, even with the sitcom setting, even with the slow burn, I really
mm.
dug it because I don't know, it felt like it felt like a change of pace. Like from what we
True.
normally see, like I feel like nowadays you don't really watch sitcoms like that, like very cartoonish sitcoms. Like they
Yeah.
had in the show, like the first three episodes, it was like very like sort of cringy, cliche kind of sitcoms. I
True.
really dug it, like from
Mm,
the different theme songs and everything, like the different settings, and just like I don't know, it made
yeah.
me feel nostalgic a little bit, like just seeing the
Yeah.
settings, and
I
it
know.
almost
Memory down
gave
the lane. Yeah.
yeah, it gave me the impression, like not the impression, almost connect. Oh, Scarlet Witch is like coming over then.
Oh, I know.
This is why we don't do it in the day of the podcast. We do it in the night. The winds are a lot stronger in the day. But
I
yeah,
can
like
feel the winds here, man. It's like
yeah, professional podcast. I put a 4D setting
professional.
for you. It's coming through like that. But
Oh,
but whenever you make jokes, sometimes like it doesn't really like hit.
yeah.
So that was one of those. But for me, like yeah, as we were saying, like the first episode for me was it kind of represented that, so that's why I really dug that, like the sort of like the cliche sort of writing and everything, like the over the top performances, and like
Yeah.
I kind of really dug that, so I didn't really have an issue with the first three episodes.
Mm.
But I think like how you pointed out, like for like someone who probably watched it on a weekly basis, I think the first three episodes were together. Maybe they could have released the first three episodes together. They could have done that, I
Mm,
guess. That probably would have been a good decision. But like I didn't have any issues with that. I think, and
mm.
also like I think, but when people binge watch it, I think it would be a superior experience, I guess, because you're going through it. It's very quick. It's just 20 minutes long.
Quick.
So
Yeah. True.
by the time of 1 hour ending, you're actually like done with the first three episodes. So I think it
Yeah.
would be a superior sort of experience when you binge watch it. But yeah,
Huh.
your thoughts on the first
Now,
three episodes?
yeah. So, like, s- especially after completing the whole season,
Hmm,
now I know the relevance of the first three episode
hmm,
on a like because like why there's a sitcom, why there's a sitcom happening in the first place, right? When
yeah.
Darcy asked this question, why even sitcom? In episode 8, we
Hmm,
got to know why sitcom, and that was such an emotional punch to me. Okay, yes, like that I want to like keep the first three episode experience aside and just want
hmm,
to talk about sitcom in general, because when she said that at the end everything is just a dream, it will pass no matter how bad the time may look, it has to pass, right? It's just a
yeah.
natural course of time and life. You just have to give that incident or event a proper
True, true. That was
time,
a good
so that yeah, that was really a good moment. And I myself had done the
moment.
same thing to like I have, dude, I don't even remember the number of times I've watched Friends episode just to like
Office.
get over a bad day or a bad
Hmm,
feeling, And with the Office, I think I have loved more Office eventually, and
hmm,
I have watched it only once. It's because of the sense of realism that show gave me, like
yeah.
it feels so real. The world of Scranton feels so
Hmm,
real. The character feels so real. I just have them very close within me. They are in me somewhere, like in some of my personality. They have influenced me in a way, and I get where Wanda is coming from, and I truly appreciate the relevance of the first three episode in the whole WandaVision series and the world they created within. But having said that, when I will look back at the series, I would rather uh, skip all the other first three episode, and when I will think of rewatch it, I will directly go into the like fourth episode onwards where the story kicks in. I
hmm,
have a alternate idea also. Like it could, I don't know if it's a really good idea, but what if the fourth episode was the first one, and second, third, fourth would have been next. Like it
okay.
started with the story. Like I don't know if it would work or not. It's just
Hmm,
like just an idea in me. Like it started with this, and like, oh, sitcom world. Why? Like it started from there. How we got into sitcom world, but still the whole like the whole, as you just said, in one go, if I watched it, I wouldn't have mind because like
Yeah.
I would have got fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. But when we are talking on a weekly basis, like I don't, after the first episode, I honestly, especially after watching the first two episodes, now I felt like, I'm not sure if I into this storyline, but uh, towards the end, I was really into the storyline. So that was my thing. I didn't really, I know the relevance of the first three episode, but
Hmm.
it wasn't for me. At least not three
I
episode.
think
Like,
like I don't know about like the changing the order thing. I'm not sure how
hmm,
much that would have worked. But I think
yeah,
one other suggestion like I could think was that like I think there are some shows. I think there were some shows where which released in Hulu where they kind of released it as a two-parter. The first like they like I think like for WandaVision, like one thing they could have done is they could have released the first four episodes at one go, and then they could
hmm,
have like maybe waited for a week and then release it to the next like four episodes. Like do a two-parter kind of thing. I think that probably would have worked. I think because
yeah, that
then
actually, yeah,
at that way you're still getting that weekly sort of weight and that excitement you're creating over social media. Like,
yeah,
look, whatever it is, like you can't deny the fact that for the last like 9 weeks, people have been
uh,
excited about the show, like
yeah,
throughout. Like
that's
every
true.
week, people used to talk about the show.
That's for
You
sure.
can't really
Yeah,
fault Disney Plus's plan or like of
yeah.
doing this, but that's just like you would just like think of something like this. Like, just imagine if this was not a Marvel show which
Hmm.
had such kind of backing, would
Yeah,
people have watched it till the end? Like, after watching the first three episodes of sitcom, like because it was the
yeah,
Marvel Cinematic Universe, they actually could take a big risk like this. But
true.
I think it was worth it. I think the show really
Yeah,
works,
yeah,
and
definitely. Yeah,
absolutely love
even
the
like
show.
yeah, and, as I said that towards the end, I don't really have a complaint with the first three episodes because
Hmm.
I don't look it as a filler or something like that. It's just I made my peace with it, with the
Yeah,
broad storyline going on. Like, yeah, it's okay. It like never
true.
mind. But at the very initial experience, you find, and I don't think like it's a complaint. It's a complaint or a problem for me because like many people find like I want to mention Breaking Bad here because like for
Hmm.
many people even season one of Breaking Bad is like it's not good as like other because like it
True.
keeps on improving, right? It like with every passing episode and season it's escalating. The level of quality is
Hmm.
really going higher and higher. And for me like for change, like I really like the first episode along with the other like the rest of the season as well. For me it was a like definitive groundbreaking and world changing, the world they created, the Walter White and Jesse Pinkman and all that. So I think like I will make my peace with the first three episode when I rewatch it because I now I will realize,
True. True.
okay, oh nice, nice. So
True.
yeah,
Yeah, but I think overall we really enjoyed the show and like hoping to see more like crazy stories like this from
yeah, man,
Marvel
yeah,
Cinematic Universe going forward because I think we're done with the traditional like storytelling and the
yeah,
MCU, so we're really looking forward to stories like this. But I think that's it. That's the end of the podcast for this week. If you do enjoy
yeah,
this video, if you do enjoy this podcast episode, be sure to hit that like button. Do subscribe to the channel and maybe share this podcast out there. If you're listening to the audio version, maybe even leave us a 5-star review in whichever podcast website you're listening this podcast to. We are there everywhere. Not everywhere, but we're there in like I think the major platforms of podcasting. But like if you do enjoy this, be sure to let us know and also let us know things we could improve in the show other than this vent which keeps popping up in my back right now.
right, right.
But anyways, like Jay, do you have any final thoughts?
And like if this is the like as I just said, if this is the first step towards the future of the MCU, and as you just said just right now that I think like it's a change of direction
Hmm,
course, and like with the upcoming movies and the series, I can't really wait. Like this MCU is going to be very different from the last decade
true,
of
true.
MCU. I
And
truly feel,
that
and
needs to happen. That needs to happen,
yeah,
honestly.
true,
Like,
true. That
to
really needs
get
to happen.
so in the next episode of the podcast, we'll be talking about the DCU. Like the DCU mainly Man of Steel and BVS, the Ultimate Edition. For us, that's the
Ultimately,
only edition that exists. We don't know about any other
yeah,
edition.
of course.
But yeah, we'll be just talking about Man of Steel and BVS, the Ultimate Edition. Like more as a warm up to the Snyder Cut, which is
Hmm.
releasing on Book My Show stream. So that's great. Like India, we also get to see it. But anyway, like so we'll be talking about that in the next week. We'll be talking about Zack Snyder's. Sorry, we'll be talking about Man of Steel and BBS, the Ultimate Edition next week, and then the week after we'll be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League, and maybe we can sneak in Falcon and the Winter Soldier somewhere in between. Like I think
We'll
those
see.
both airs. Yeah, we'll see. Like
Mm.
looking, the schedule is a little bit packed for the next one
Yeah,
week for us. So it's a little difficult, but we are like still figuring out ways to make videos like every week. But anyway, like
sure.
I think that's it for today's episode. Like, oh yeah, also like I am also featured in. I also like not featured. Featured is like a big thing. Like
No,
I
you
also
are
like
featured, bro. They
my
call you like.
my friend Nona Prince has launched this new channel called the Indian Geek Society that they react to like the geeky stuff, the nerdy stuff like this. So they probably would be putting their reaction to the WandaVision finale like probably in a few hours. Like I'm not very sure when this podcast episode will be up, but like so. But do check that out if you want. If you want to see like reactions of the finale, because this was this discussion for the most, but I could not join them because I had like some health issues. That's why I couldn't join them. But we also react to Superman and Lewis every week. In that I am there, so me and Nona do react to that as well. So that it has been a very great show so far, and we have absolutely loved that show. So if you want to see more content like that, be sure to check out the Indian Geek Society and maybe even subscribe to that channel as well. But anyway, that's it for today's episode of the podcast. Do have a great weekend.